You alright, mate? It's all crashed out, it is again. It is often. I think, are you still with us, lovely boy? I hope, yeah, it's moving. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, baby, it's all good. So, hello. Today I'd like to take a look at this, which is a great book about the Baltic coast. A lot of people don't realise that the Polish Baltic coast, well, and the German Baltic coast, is actually beautiful. It's like Australia. They just don't get it. They think, it's all full of icebergs and pebbles in it and stuff's going to go wrong. But no, not really. That's a little card that I got from a place called Niehorza, which is famous for lighthouses. They have like a little museum there. So that's nice. That's sweet. And this I suppose I saved this because when my ex-wife and I used to go up to the Baltic on holidays, we used to hire bikes, So, the idealny rower dla każdego means the ideal bike for everybody. And this was Aldi's. Aldi's a supermarket, of course, that they were offering these, what in Poland they call Holanderski bikes. Well, they're actually lovely. They're very nice to ride, because you're sat bolt upright. It's an old sort of sit up and beg version, but you're not hunched down like a hunchback in it. And that always obviously gets my goat when I'm hunched down. That one looks like it might even be electric, but I don't know if it is. I think that's a lady's one. That's just for a lady to. It's for a lady. So there's that thing. That's in. Anyway, onto the book. Move on. Marching on. The Baltic's beautiful. If you ever come to Poland, go to the Baltic. I can tell you, please do, because it really is quite something awesome. And yeah, the sea is not that warm. Okay, yeah, it's not that. It's a bit cold, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And it's sand. It's not pebbles. No, there's no icebergs either. And you get seals sometimes. Excuse me, I've got the most terrible wind today. I wonder why. Oh dear, the doctor's orders, I'm joking. Obviously you get Baltic storms and you get, a lot of further from the ocean. Well, the sea, it's the sea, the Baltic Sea, isn't it? But you do get the most beautiful scapes of sand created by wind a lot of the time. And the Volyn Cliffs. This is the Volyn Cliff. Absolutely beautiful. You've just got to go and see it for yourself. That's all I can say. Aha, this is interesting. This church is a result of erosion. The same thing happened. It's called Chensach. And the same thing happened in Kent. The sea just decided one day it was going to just start eroding everything, and just was working its way toward that used to be the sort of east, well, what would it be, the north wall of a church, and now they've obviously chucked loads of rocks in and stuff to try and protect it. Well, it's worked because it's still there, but there you go. I'll let you can pause and read that for yourself if you want, but yeah, that's all that's left of the church. It all fell into the sea, didn't it? It's weird. Now, actually, it's weird. No, there it is. There it is. They've got a big pier thing going on there. It's like a sort of... but that's the crystal clear waters. It's absolutely stunning. Stunning place, I can guarantee you. I miss it. I miss it because now I'm, not divorced, as it were. Let's not mix words. I doubt I'll be able to go on holiday up there again. Well, on my own. It'd be a bit sad, wouldn't it? Well, Mr. Sad's on holiday, ain't he? On his own, the sodding sod. He's wearing a Macintosh as well and nerdy glasses, and he suddenly started talking nasal, innit? Hello. Is anybody out there? I'm going to be my friend, I doubt it. But you've got all these things. This area as well was a famous port. And it was obviously massively famous for fishing. Nowadays it's famous for tourism, of course. But back in the day, sorry, I've got to explain, this area used to be part of Germany, and after the Second World War it was moved, all the borders were sort of shifted, and so the Ukraine became parts of the Poland became the Ukraine, and parts of Germany became Poland, and so now it's Polish. But look at that for a laugh. Bluminexa. I say, madam, it's awesome. It really is. And I've been up there many times over the 20 odd years that I was married. Well, 22. I was married to my ex-wife. You know, we went up there a lot. Oh, she told me recently I couldn't stand the place. So I you know, I just thought, what? Oh, that's interesting, because I thought you loved it. That's why I thought we were going up there. But never mind. No, apparently she wanted to go to Italy and France and other such places. Well, oh well. I would no. I don't know. I have no comment. I can't comment because that would be nasty. But you've got all sorts of interesting bridges going on, and obviously there's the old Germanic architecture, which is beautiful. They really do know. The German people really did know how to build a gaff, you know. And you've got these Widmer means that's sand dunes. Widmer is sand dunes. Widmer w Słowińskim Parku Narodowym, so that means sand dunes in the National Park of Słowińsk. Well, it says under there, doesn't it? So it's written in English, isn't it? So I've cheated it. No, I didn't really. I knew that anyway. Funnily enough, these dunes were where the General Erwin Rommel trained his troops before he took them to Africa. That's a true story. I don't do lies on this channel, innit? And so that's where because he wanted to get them used to being traipsing about in sand, sort of thing. And the sand does take over and envelop a lot of the you know, a thing. The Websko Spit is like a sort of it's moving about the whole time. It's like with the wind, you know. It's like a bit like my stomach. It's moving about with wind all the day as well. It isn't it? It's the darn things never stops farting. It doesn't, my arsehole. But anyway, and there's some lovely trees and plants and butterflies, flora, fauna. You know, you name it. It's got it all up there. Looks like Australia, and I've lived in Australia for years, isn't it? So I know what I'm talking about when it comes down to that. That's a typical sort of beachside town. You know, hell. It's hell with one L. It's not hell as in ruddy hell. You know, hell is a posh part. I've never been there because it's too expensive for me. I always used to go to the German side of the Baltic because it was cheaper. But there are parts, you know, that are very expensive. So there's a Viking festival. The Vikings were quite prominent in actual fact in Wolin, the Wyspa Wolinska in Poland. It was a major trading port. They weren't raping, shooting and doing what the Russians are doing now and burgling and looting. They were actually just trading. They were traders. And they made Wolin a very, in fact, it was the richest port in Europe at one point. And it's a beautiful place. It really is quite something special. And Kluki is a little village which has been converted into a museum. So the whole place is just, all the buildings remain, but it's an old fishing village which has been turned into a museum. And in Poland they have a dish called szmalec. Szmalec is lard. In English it's lard. I had to laugh because the famous actor, what's his name? I never remember actors' names. Oh God, no, it's not going to come back. But I can do his voice. He's got the most wonderful voice. He was in the it's ridiculous. Never remember any actors' names, me. But he's a really wonderful actor. He was in Robin Hood and the original one with Kevin Costner and all that. And he's in so many films. It's amazing. But anyway, he came to Poland once. He said, I went to Poland and they gave me lard. I thought that was hilarious. But it's a national dish, you know. It's a national dish. Yeah, I'm looking him up in it because I can't be done. I can't be doing with it. The brain's going dead in it. It's going down. The brain's off to God knows where. We've never even said goodbye. Let's have a look. Robin Hood cast in it. Robin Hood. Kevin Costner. And I'll see who this actor is that I'm trying to do the impression of. There he is, Morgan Freeman. Wonderful voice, wonderful actor, brilliant actor, superb man. I really enjoy every film he's ever made, isn't it? Now, I hurry him back, so otherwise this film is going to be ages long. This church is interesting because it was attacked in the Second World War by a series of shelling, but they actually managed to sort of rebuild it and do wonders for it. And they left one bit of it bruised with shell fire. You see where they've patched it all up, where it was all smashed by the shelling from, well, it was ships that were shelling it, you know. I don't know whose ships they were, but it was Germany, part of Germany, so they were obviously Russian or something. I don't know. Never really looked into it, to be honest with you. Don't like destruction, me, but you can see how they've had to piece it all back together. But it's what a beautiful door that is. And that's obviously some fireworks display going on there. St Peter and Paul's Church. Robbing Peter's pay Paul, isn't it? But look at the mess though. That's the sort of, oh no, you know, that's sort of what's happening in it when there's war going on, isn't it? These were sort of to haul up, you know, ships would come in, with barges would come in or whatever, and they'd load the stuff in, wouldn't they? Really lovely place. I can guarantee you'd love it if you went up there. I doubt I'd ever go there again. It's not that I don't want to, it's because as I say, I wouldn't want to go on my own, isn't it? It's bloody boring going on your own somewhere. Christ, I could spend all day on my own anyway, so why would I bother going on holiday on my own? I just sit all day on my own, innit, apart from the Jimbers. But there's a big old ship coming in. But it's beautiful up there, Baltic. Go for it. I don't know if those two stuck together. There is. But it's a beautiful place, and the Polish people are lovely. In actual fact, they're lovely. They're really friendly folk, especially on the Baltic, because they all speak English. But that looks like Sopot. That's where they have a big festival every year, where they have like a big rock festival. It's like a sort of a Woodstock for the Polish rock groups, you know. Anyway, there you go. That's what it was. That's who it's by. So thanks ever so much for watching. Wow, that really, I had paid a whole 20 zloty for that. I very much appreciate it. I always do. Thanks a lot. I'll leave you on Jimmy, the handsome one. Jimmo, you all right, mate? You still alive, brother? He's all right. I don't know what he's up to. He's losing his hair on his elbows, though, isn't he? Why is it losing hair on its elbows, though? Look at this. It's losing hair on its elbows, isn't it? It's doing too much bookwork, it is, this little dog. It is, it's doing too much bookwork. Bless it. Anyway, thanks ever so much. I really appreciate it. Cheers.